Hello students, a very warm welcome to the online video lecture on course Applied Thermodynamics. In the today's lecture, we will see the comparison of Otto, diesel and dual cycles. In previous lectures, we have seen the assumptions made in the analysis of air standard cycles, the derivation on air standard efficiency of Otto cycle, Carnot cycle, diesel cycle and dual cycle. In continuation with that, in the today's lecture, we will see the comparison between Otto, diesel and dual cycle. In this today's lecture, we will see under the various condition which cycle has more efficiency. Okay, now the topic is the comparison between Otto, diesel and dual cycle, which is extremely important from your examination point of view. This question is very important because many times he has asked in the examination, VTU examination, give the comparison between Otto, diesel and dual cycles based on the various factors. Okay, basically we'll see the two important conditions, and based on those conditions we'll compare the efficiencies of Otto, diesel and dual cycle. So before going to the comparison, let us understand how to write the equation for air standard cycles. So this is a general uh, efficiency equation for all the three cycles. The air standard efficiency is given by the formula. It is a ratio of net work output divided by heat supplied. The net work output divided by heat supplied to the cycle. Or this can also be written as net work is difference between heat supplied and the heat rejected. Heat supplied and the heat rejected. Okay, sorry here. This should be heat supplied. This should be heat supplied. So in the numerator, W net is the difference between heat supplied and the heat rejected, and the denominator, it remains same, that is heat supplied. Or this can also be written as 1 minus heat rejected divided by heat supplied. Heat rejected divided by heat supplied. So this is a very basic equation for the air standard efficiency. Okay, so you have to remember this. Now, before going to again the comparisons, let's have the information about PV and TS diagrams. The PV diagram will give about the y-axis the pressure P and about the x-axis the volume V. Now the area under this PV diagram, will give you net amount of work transfer, net amount of work obtained from the cycle. That means if the area under the PV diagram is more, then that will represent the cycle has more efficiency. Similarly, the area under the TS diagram, about x-axis the entropy S and about the y-axis the temperature T. Now the area under this diagram will give you the heat supplied. Say for example, this is the cycle. Now the area under this total curve, this area will give you the net amount of heat supplied, the total amount of heat supplied. Okay, so if the total amount of heat supplied is more, definitely this denominator will be more and hence the efficiency will be more. Okay, similarly, the area under this diagram, the area under this curve, let me take here this curve, the area under this curve, this will give you the heat rejected to the surroundings or the heat rejected from the cycle. This area will give you heat supplied to the cycle, and this area will give you heat rejected from the cycle. In fact, I can say the area under this curve, the area under this curve, this area will give you the heat which is converted into net work. The heat which is converted into net work. Okay, is that clear, all of you? Now, let's do the comparison based on the various parameters. Let's do the comparison for various under the various conditions. Okay. Now let us write down very first. You can write down the first comparison. The comparison is based on same maximum pressure and heat rejection. The same maximum pressure and heat rejection. So for same maximum pressure, all the three cycles have, all the auto, diesel and dual cycle have the same maximum pressure on the PV coordinates and the same maximum temperature on TS coordinates. The peak pressure and peak temperature are same, and also the heat rejection is also the same. Okay. Now under these conditions, how to draw the diagram on PV and TS coordinates? That is very important. So in examination, he will mention, give the comparison between auto, diesel and dual cycles based on same maximum pressure, same maximum temperature and the heat rejection. Or the second condition is, give the comparison between auto, diesel and dual cycle for same compression ratio and same heat rejection. Okay, so you have to remember the PV and TS diagram for these two conditions. Is that clear? Now let us discuss for the first condition how to draw the diagram on PV and TS coordinates. Okay, so already you know how to draw the diagram on the PV coordinates. So about the y-axis, the pressure P, and about the x-axis, the volume V. About the y-axis, the pressure P, and about the x-axis, the volume V. Okay. Now, what is our condition? The condition is that the pressure should remain same. The pressure for auto, diesel, and dual, that should be same. Now, first, let us draw the cycle 1, 2 double dash, 3, 4, 1. I repeat, 1, 2 double dash, 3, 4, 1. So this is the diesel cycle. This is the diesel cycle. We know that in diesel cycle, we have two adiabatic process, one constant pressure process and one constant volume process. In fact, in diesel cycle, heat addition takes place at constant pressure and heat rejection takes place at constant volume. So in diesel cycle, heat addition takes place at constant pressure. This is the heat addition or heat supplied, and heat rejection takes place at constant volume, that is QR. Okay, now 1 to 2 double dash and 3 to 4. 1 to 2 double dash, 3 to 4. 1 to 2 double dash, 3 to 4 are the adiabatic processes. Okay. Similarly, 1, 2 dash, 3 dash, 3, 4, 1. I repeat, 1, 2 dash, 3 dash, 3, 4, 1. So this is the dual cycle. This is the dual cycle because 1 to 2 is adiabatic process or adiabatic compression process. 2 dash to 3 dash is the constant volume heat addition. 3 dash to 3 is the constant pressure heat addition. 3 to 4 is adiabatic expansion, and 4 to 1 is constant volume heat rejection process. Okay, so if we have the heat addition partially at constant volume and partially at constant pressure, so that is known as the dual cycle. That is known as the dual cycle. So in dual cycle, we have the two adiabatic process, two constant volume process, and one constant pressure process. Okay. Similarly, The third one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. In this, 1 to 2 is adiabatic compression, 2 to 3 is constant volume heat addition, 3 to 4 is adiabatic expansion, 4 to 1 is constant volume heat rejection. So the cycle in which we have the two adiabatic process and two constant volume process, so that is known as the Otto cycle. That is known as the Otto cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 is the Otto cycle. 1, 2 dash 3 dash 3, 4, 1 is dual cycle. 1, 2 dash 3, 4, 1 is the diesel cycle. Is the diesel cycle. Okay. Now, as I told you, on the PV coordinates, the area under PV diagram, the area under the cycle, so that will give you, that will decide the work transfer. In turns, the net work depends on which decides the efficiency. That means the efficiency of the cycle depends on net work output. Okay, net work output. Now, in comparison with these three cycles, which one has maximum area? Which one has maximum area? This is the area for diesel cycle. This is the area for diesel cycle, which is more. 1, 2 double dash 3, 4, 1. This is the area for diesel cycle. So that means area for diesel cycle. The area under the PV diagram will give you net work output. Net work output. Okay. So this is for diesel cycle. For diesel cycle. Okay. Now the second one is 1, 2 dash 3 dash 3, 4, 1. I repeat, 1, 2 dash 3 dash 3, 4, 1. This is the area for dual cycle. This is the area, the shaded area with the red ink. The red color is the area under dual cycle. Okay, so which is less than that of area under the diesel cycle. So area under the diesel cycle is more here. Okay, so that will give you net work output from the dual cycle. Now the last one is Otto cycle. The last one is Otto cycle. The area under 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. This will give you the net work obtained from the Otto cycle. So which is less. So least value or least area is for Otto cycle. Least area is for Otto cycle. So the maximum area is for diesel cycle. Hence the work obtained from the diesel cycle is more. Next one is work obtained from the dual cycle. Next least one is work obtained from the Otto cycle, because the area for Otto cycle in PV coordinates, on the PV coordinates, is less in comparison with diesel and dual. So therefore I can say that the efficiency depends on net work output. Okay, efficiency is given by net work obtained divided by heat supplied. Net work obtained divided by heat supplied. Okay, so therefore if the net work obtained is more, then the efficiency will be more. So therefore under this condition, for the maximum pressure, because if you consider 2 double dash, 3 dash and 3, they are existing on the same horizontal line. So I can say P2 double dash equals to P3 dash equals to P3. The pressure on this line is the same. So therefore, the maximum pressure is same for both the cycles, for all the cycles. So I can say, what is our conclusion with this? The efficiency of diesel cycle, the efficiency of diesel cycle is more than the efficiency of dual cycle, is more than the efficiency of Otto cycle. Okay, sometimes in competitive exams he will ask for the maximum pressure or maximum temperature, which one has the maximum efficiency? The answer is the diesel cycle has maximum efficiency compared to dual and Otto cycle. So please remember these points. Okay, now let's go to the next important analysis. The next important analysis. Okay, now with respect to the TS coordinates, see on the TS coordinates what it predicts. The temperature is constant for all the three cycles. The maximum temperature remains same. So T3 remains same for all the cycles. Okay, now the cycle 1 2 3 4 1 1 2 3 4 1, this will give you the heat for Otto cycle. Next, the 5 2 dash 3 dash 3 6 5, this will give you the heat supplied to the dual cycle. Similarly, 5 2 double dash 3 6 5, I repeat, 5 2 double dash 3 6 5, this will give the heat which is supplied to the diesel cycle, the heat supplied to the diesel cycle. Okay, so which one is more, the heat supplied, which one is more here? Which one is more here? So though the heat rejection is the same, the heat rejection is same for all the three cycles. The heat rejection is same because this area, the area under this will give you, the area under this will give you the heat rejection, that is QR. QR. So QR remains constant for all the three cycles. QR remains constant for all the three cycles. Okay. QR remains constant. So how we can write the equation for the efficiency? The efficiency of cycle is given by 1 minus QR, the heat rejection, divided by heat supplied. Heat rejection divided by heat supplied. So from this equation, it is clear that QR remains constant for all the three cycles. Now the only variable is heat supplied. The only variable is heat supplied. If the heat supplied is more, then the efficiency will be more. If the heat supplied is less, the efficiency is less. Okay, because QS is in the denominator. Now the area under the TS diagram will give you heat supplied to the cycle. Area under TS diagram will give you heat supplied to the cycle. So which area is more here? Which area is more? Is it not 5 2 dash 3 6 5? 5 2 dash 3 6 5. This is the area for diesel cycle. This is the area for diesel cycle because 2 dash to 3 is for diesel cycle. 2 dash to 3 is for diesel cycle. So this is a maximum area compared to the remaining two areas. Okay, so therefore with this also we can prove that the efficiency of diesel cycle, the efficiency of diesel cycle is more. The efficiency of diesel cycle is more. What next? So 5 2 dash 3 dash 3 6 5, 2 dash 3 dash 3, 2 dash 3 dash 3. This is for diesel cycle. So this area is next maximum. The last one is 1 2 3 4 1. So 5, 2, 3, 6, 5. 5, 2, 3, 6, 5. This is a heat supplied for the Otto cycle. This is the area for heat supplied for the Otto cycle. So area under this TS diagram will give you the heat supplied to the Otto cycle. So that is very minimum. Okay. So with this also we can say that efficiency of diesel cycle is more than the efficiency of dual cycle than the efficiency of Otto cycle. Okay. Here I can write the next one is dual. Next one is dual, which is the last one is efficiency of Otto cycle. Efficiency of Otto cycle. Is that clear, all of you? Okay. So here drawing the PV and TS diagrams are very important under the two different conditions. Now let's go to the next important condition. Here the same explanation is there. Okay, same explanation is there. You can take the screenshot immediately. You can take the screenshot, so that will be helpful for the preparation. Okay, so please take the screenshot of this. I hope you have taken the screenshot. Okay, the next one is, the next important condition is comparison based on the same compression ratio and heat rejection. The same compression ratio and heat rejection. This is very important. Same compression ratio. So before going to the PV and TS diagram, let us understand the definition of compression ratio. The compression ratio RC is the ratio of volume at the beginning of compression to the volume at the end of compression. So this compression ratio for all the three cycles should remain same. So V1 by V2 for Otto equals to V1 by V2 for dual equals to V1 by V2 for diesel. So the compression ratio should remain same. And similarly, the heat rejection should also remain same. Now under these conditions, how to draw the PV and TS diagrams? How to draw the cycles on PV and TS coordinates? Okay. So these are the corresponding diagrams on the PV diagram. Since the compression ratio is same, V1 to V2 remains same for all the three cycles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I hope this is clear. This is the cycle for Otto, or this is the Otto cycle. Similarly, 1, 2, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4, 1. I repeat, 1, 2, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4, 1. This is the PV diagram for dual cycle. The last one is 1, 2, 3 dash, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3 double dash, 4, 1. This is the diagram for diesel cycle. Okay. Similarly, how to draw the diagram on the TS coordinates? 1 to 2 remains same for all the three cycles. I hope this is clear, because the compression ratio V1 by V2. V1 by V2 is the compression ratio. Volume at the beginning of compression to the volume at the end of compression, because 1 to 2 is a compression process. Okay, so this compression ratio remains same for all the three cycles. So that's why the second condition is for same compression ratio. Now 1 to 2 is a compression process which is same for all the cycles. So 2 to 3 is for Otto cycle. 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 1. This is for Otto cycle. Similarly, 1 to between 2 and 3, we have 2 dash. So just put a point here, 2 dash. Next, it is cutting at 3 dash. The line 2 to 3 dash, we have to extend this 2 dash to 3 dash till it cuts the 3 to 4 line. Till it cuts the 3 to 4 line, here it is cutting. Similarly, how to draw 2 to 3 double dash, 2 to 3 double dash? So from here, 2 to 3 double dash. So 3 double dash is in between 3 dash and 4. Between 3 dash and 4, we have 3 double dash. Okay, so this is for the diesel cycle. Now, as far as heat rejection is concerned, 1, 4, 5, 6, 5, 1. 1, 4, 6, 5, 1. This is a heat rejection which remains same for all the three cycles. Fine. Now, Observe the PV diagram and tell me which one has more area. Which one has more area? The area for Otto cycle is more, so that's why net work obtained from the cycle is more. Next, the area for dual cycle is 1 2 2 dash 3 1 3 4 1. This is the area for dual cycle, so that will give you net work output from the dual cycle. The third one is 1 2 3 double dash 4 1. This is the area for diesel cycles, so that will give you net work obtained from the diesel cycle. So which one has more area? Which one has more area? The net work obtained from the Otto cycle is more than, next one is net work obtained from the dual cycle. Net work obtained from the dual cycle. The last, the minimum area. The minimum area is for net work obtained. Net work obtained for the Otto cycle. For the Otto cycle. Okay. So therefore, I can say the efficiency of Otto cycle is more than the efficiency of dual cycle is more than the efficiency of Otto cycle. So sometimes in competitive exams, he will ask for the same compression ratio and heat rejection, which one has the maximum efficiency. So you have to remember this sequence. The efficiency of Otto cycle is more than the efficiency of dual cycle is more than the efficiency of diesel cycle. I hope this is clear. Okay. So you can note down or you can take the screenshot of this. So please take the screenshot of this PV diagram, all of you. So first let me rub this. So take the screenshot of this PV and TS diagram. Okay. So whatever I explained till now, the same thing is there in this explanation. So you can take the screenshot of this. Do it fast. So that will be helpful while doing the preparation. Next, so take the screenshot of this. Do take the screenshot and remember this sequence. Thermal efficiency of Otto cycle is more than dual, is more than diesel. Okay. So this is the required explanation for the comparison between Otto, diesel and dual cycles. So if you find anywhere any difficulties, you can put your comments in the comment box. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Whenever I post a new video on YouTube, you will get the notification instantly. Okay. So stay safe, stay at home. Thank you and have a nice day.